I know a lot of my subscribers really enjoy when I do videos looking at the ERTL Thomas and Friends line or looking at my ERTL Thomas and Friends collection. And today I decided to do a video showing my custom ERTL Sodor layout. Now I'm using the term layout lightly because, as you can see, this is nothing more than an ERTL setup on the carpet, and it's not really anything that I'm getting too serious about. I wanted to do this just for fun. Had some free time, so I decided to set up some of my ERTL stuff in the back bedroom. And this is a case of I'll probably have this down for a couple months, then I'll take everything apart, pack it away, and maybe a few months after that I'll go ahead and make another setup again. But again, this is just something I did for fun, and I'll show you what all I put together here. So let's start at Tidmouth Sheds, and one thing I wanted to mention is that everything on this layout is made by ERTL. I did not use anything from any other manufacturer, but you can see that I've got Murdoch, Boko, and Emily in the shed. There's Donald on the turntable, and Douglas is just sitting over here. And then I also got Sir Topham Hatt with his car. Maybe he's giving the engines their jobs for the day. And then going around to the back of the shed, there's Gordon going by with the Express. And Tidmouth Sheds was the first thing that I put down when I built this layout, just because the engines start their day here, and I thought it was important to have a shed first. But just gonna turn around here, go around the layout this way, and I guess you could say we're kind of getting on the main line here. But here's Edward with the old coaches, and these are just brake coaches because for whatever reason ERTL did not make any normal old coaches. But I guess this is possibly Terrence's field, which is why I have him sitting here. And then going around this way is the level crossing. Got George waiting there as Edward passes by. And then I've got the Dyson low loader here carrying Duke, similar to the episode, which slips my mind at the moment. But then going over this way, got the ERTL tunnel, which continues on to the Quarry. So this is the Quarry, and I've got the narrow gauge engines here, even though I've also got standard gauge engines running on this line. But you can see Scarloi's here picking up slate. Rusty is, I guess, delivering slate. Then I just have Reneus sitting over here. But also have Elizabeth here, since she's a Quarry lorry. There's the crane with some other slate loads. And then I've got Thumper here just doing his thing. And then going over this way, got Duck pulling a line of coal trucks. And over here is my dockyard area. I've got Cranky and another crane, a couple of the lorries, and the Sodor Softside lorry. Also have Salty right here. A couple crates. Lorry 1's actually over here. If you remember, he fell into the sea, so that's why he's sitting there. Got Bulstrode and the canal boat, as well as Tug's 10 Cents and Sunshine. And then over here, I've got Harvey just moving crates around, I guess. Tracking along from the docks, we get back on the main line again. And just over on the other side of the viaduct, here's Flying Scotsman with another Express. You can see he's got 4 coaches there. And here on the viaduct is James with his long line of coal trucks. And then also got the Spiteful Brake Van at the back there causing trouble. But going underneath the viaduct here, we get out onto sort of a branch line. And we got Toby with some coal trucks. And also the bridge here. There's Tom Tipper with his mail van. And then also Jack and Alfie here, maybe they're performing some road maintenance of sorts. But going back over here is Trevor, and he's sitting out in the field, I guess. And then over here is Oliver and Toad with another line of trucks. And then over this way is the Scrapyard. So you can see that the Scrapyard comes off of the main line, and I've got some of my custom scrap pieces in here, and also some normal bits of rolling stock just for a little bit of extra dressing. But like right here, I have Fergus. He's sitting here talking to this scrapped engine who's telling him to get out before it's too late. And then coming around to the back, got Ari and Bert just sitting here. You can see Smudger there because I'm assuming that was his fate after the Mid-Sodor Railway was abandoned. But again, you can see I've got a bunch of scrapped engines in here, a little bit of scrapped rolling stock, and I've also got things like my custom scrapped Toad and my custom scrapped Oliver. They're facing away so you don't see them. And yeah, and then there's also a scrapped Trevor in here as well. But I don't know. Scrapyard, in my opinion, leaves a lot to be desired, but I've only got so much to work with. Going away from the gloominess of the scrapyard and getting back on the main line, we track around here to the station. And you can see that I've got Thomas currently sitting here with Annie and Clarabelle. And then there's Bertie the bus right there. This is actually the pullback version, which has the nicer face to it. And then Daisy here with the iconic milk tanker that she'll just end up leaving behind. And of course there's Bulgy dropping off passengers. You can see there's Mr. Conductor there, Dowager Hat, and Mrs. Kindly. And then going around this way, I've got some extra birdies which I've got facing away just so they look like normal buses. And of course there's Caroline, and then also Mrs. Kindly. But over here, I've also got Harold sitting on the helipad. And this is actually the station which has the Real Sounds to it. It came in the Real Sounds playset. But if we go over here, you have to use your imagination. But I'm pretending that this area here is a rather small airfield for Tiger Moth to take off. But coming around this way, we've got Percy with the mail coaches. And then over here is Arthur sitting at the water tower. And I've got the Sodor fire engines just sitting here as if maybe they're filling the water tower. Just next to the water tower here is the yard, and you can see that I've got rolling stock sitting here. Over in the back here are the custom oil tankers that I made, and then I've also got Diesel here who is just shunting. And then over this way I've got more wagons and such. And no, I'm not playing tricks here. Those are the brown troublesome trucks that everyone wants. And then over here I've also got the breakdown train. Now, this one here is actually the UK variant, which has the U-style coupler on it. And then that allows you to couple the normal one onto it like this. And I've just employed one of my extra old coaches as the works unit coach, so I can have the entire breakdown train set up here. But over here I've also got Bear just coming into the yard. And then I forgot about Butch, but he's just sitting right here, possibly on his way to the station. And over here, I've also got Henry going out on the main line with his log cars. Leaving the yard and going back to the station, as we track along back behind Tidmouth Sheds, again we see Gordon with the express, and there's another set of tracks leading off. Now, I'm saying that these go off to the other railway, and you can see here we got Spencer with his coaches, as well as City of Truro over here with another set of express coaches. And all the other ERTLs in my collection are basically just sitting back here in storage at the moment. But other than that, that is basically my Sodor layout. So that's going to wrap up looking at my custom ERTL Sodor layout. And like I said before, this isn't made to be taken too seriously. I wasn't going for 100% accuracy or realism when I made this. It was more or less just something I did for my own enjoyment. But it is nice to just take a break and do something fun like this. And for those wondering, no, I do not make these setups and then play with my ERTLs. I'm more a guy that just sits back and admires my work afterwards. But also, for those that are wondering, no, I don't have everything that ERTL made. I've got a couple destinations and characters left to get, but I think after I get the entire collection, I will go ahead and do a collection video on that. But that's going to be it for now. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on my custom layout and your thoughts on the Earl range in general down in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video.